Let's talk about the calendar. There are some big deadlines upcoming. I mean, obviously in this calendar year of 2023, but as far as I understand, in the month of May, the A's exclusive negotiating agreement with the Port of Oakland, it expires. Now, I believe this has been in place for a couple years. It also doesn't seem like the biggest deal if it really does expire, because I think you and I know the Port of Oakland wants to do this project. Like, they're very much in favor. So I don't think that they would come to a term where they disagree all of a sudden with this. But it also feels like a foundational piece that without it and with having it expire, it's hard to do any other business when, you're missing that foundation. How do you see it?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest day we have circled on our calendar. If you need one day to circle, it's that one. It's in May. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing that tells us whether or not the A's are actually serious about staying here or that they want to leave. Because the 3-year exclusive negotiating agreement with the port expires in May, and they're going to have to extend that at some point. And somewhat publicly, because, the port can't just wave a magic wand and this happens. They have to vote on it. It's going to be a public vote, most likely. So I think that if May comes and they don't have an agreement to extend that agreement, it's a problem, because that means, hey, we don't need that land anymore. We're gone.
Right.
Do I think that'll happen? No. I think they're going to extend it because, look, they've spent so much money, so much time, so many resources on trying to get this land cleared from port use.
Right.
You really think they're just going to walk away and let someone else develop that land? Now, conversely, the land is cleared from port use. So if you're some other billionaire developer that wants waterfront property in California, hey, there's your chance. If the A's walk away from it, they did all the heavy lifting. Now you can swoop in. You'd have to do it fast. But it could happen. So maybe the port has a little more leverage there, but the port's going to make this as easy as possible on the A's because they want the A's to build there.
And again, as quiet as it's been and as much as people have not talked about this, prominent people have not talked about the project directly, some things like this are inevitable in the timeline that will give us, to your point, a better indication of where things stand. Because you really can't move forward if you don't have this in place.